any session. Hopefully I'll start doing these live, and then I'll be uploading them to YouTube as well, just because it's fun. So yeah, today we've got another Clubhouse skit. Basically, they are skits that are done, and then I just edit them so they have like an intro, they have an outro, they got some music, some fun effects, and it's a multi-camera sequence. So if you're new to learning multi-camera sequences, or just want to see how the workflow is, yeah, it's a good thing to check out. So we're just gonna hop right in. I've been cutting this down already. I'm about halfway through intro here, and then we've got the outro, which I'll work on here in a minute. So yeah, if y'all have any questions, just hop in chat or leave a comment on Twitch or YouTube, whatever you're watching on.
We're trying to say. I'll interpret. I'm going to put them up on the screen.
So I've got 3 cameras to choose from. I got this wide, and I'm just going to skim through this using my JK and L. They're kind of playing to this. Well, actually, are they playing to 1 here? Yeah. So, okay, let's go back. Okay, so on the motion, we're gonna cut to 2. I haven't done any color correction on this, so it's gonna look weird, but I'm super sore. Sorry if I just randomly start stretching. Okay. Go back to 1. Okay. So we've got a little zoom out that we don't want to put them up on the screen. So maybe we cut to 1 at that point. After we're settled here. Shimmy, bruh. What's up, my guy? Edit with me, bro. With the 4 months. Yeet. This is the mayor part I need you to do. Editing AMO. That's what's up, dude. That's what's up. What are you editing for AMO?
See? He's really good at it.
Kind of jumps out of frame here. Okay, so I do a little bump out there. Maybe cut to 2 for the bump out. Editing the intro for the landing. I haven't heard about that one yet, but that sounds awesome. Good luck. Send me a link whenever you want. I don't know. Got the mayor talking there. He's so close to going out of frame. This is the one we shot with on stage. Oh, okay. Is there B-roll and stuff for it too? Or is it just vivid the A-roll? B-rolls. Cowboy Tater with the tier 1. wait, no. Let's see. That's a 8 months in a row. Lil B Day streaming. Who's B Day? Whose B Day is it, bruh? Let's see. Back here. We stick to 1, 1, 1, 1. JD, what's going on, my guy? Hopefully you can learn something from this as well. Alright, back to editing. Peace, Jeshua. Have a good one, brother. Lil B, day streaming. Okay, so not B day streaming. Miss you too, bud. Yeah, little day stream action. Yes. Okay, let's just go back here. This is 1 for a really long time. Camera 1. Let's see what camera 3 has here. Camera 3, 2, 1. I'm just gonna put that back to 1 indefinitely. Haircut looks fresh though. I appreciate it. They messed up the top a little bit. It's like the layers are weird, but it is what it is. I think so. Appreciate that.
You're feeling just a little bit high strung right now. Look, just sit down and relax.
Let's go to 2 there. Ugh. Dang it, man. Did I punch? Get you some tea. And then we're gonna go 2 for the walk. And then run, and boom. That way I can get over to Grandpa. Maybe that's on 3 or 1. Yeah, like I said, the color correction is a little off right now, but that'll work. Alright, gonna try to untangle this snickerdoodle. No, sir. He wants some wassel. And we're out of there. Something like that. So now we've got our camera cut. I'm gonna watch back through it, and anytime we cut to camera 2, I am going to zoom it in because we've got these stairs here at the bottom that we don't really want to see a whole lot of. All of that junk down there, we don't want to see any of that. And then after I do that, I'm gonna go back, and this camera is super bluish looking, and this camera is super warm, so I'm gonna go back and match those, and you'll see how I do that in a minute. Actually, I'm gonna do that first because I'm still in a 4K sequence, and I'm gonna reframe and do all of that once I get into my 1080 sequence. But before I move on with that, I'm going to duplicate this and cameras, and we're gonna start opening that up and edit in there. So that's the biggest change right now that we have between these 2 cameras. I'm gonna do a little match, and I want my reference. I like camera 3 a little bit better. It just feels a little bit more natural. I don't know. The coolness of it feels very studio, which is kind of what we're going for, rather than like this feels like, I don't know, feels a little bit too homey. Even though it's Christmas, I don't know. I'll probably warm this up a little bit, but anyways, that's gonna be my reference shot. Let's do that. Yeah, okay. And then we're gonna go over to like camera 1 here, and we're gonna scrub over maybe like that and apply match. And this is just gonna do some preliminary crap that's gonna get it kind of close. So as you can see, it's still a little warm in the pants, a little warm up here. This gray isn't quite hitting right for me. And we're gonna put this actually back to 38 so we can see that with his jacket on. Maybe 30 there. So now we can kind of look, oh crap, at his jacket and see, okay, this is gray, like a nice gray, and this is just too warm. I'm getting a text message. So nice. Nice. Okay. So we're editing this clip here, and we're just gonna cool it off. Cool it off. And a little bit more. A little bit more. Little bit more. It's hard to see, honestly. It's getting there. It's getting there. Let's just yank it all the way. Honestly, no. It's taking a little bit of time to react, so it's hard for me to really dial it in. See, there we go. That's the on and off. Now, I don't like what this did to my midtones. It did raise it some. I don't want to raise it that much, though. And shadows, we want to bring those down, highlights back up. We're just going to try to see this couch now. The jackets are looking closer though. This is still a little off. We'll go back here. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. Scrub back. Let's see another frame here. That's camera 3, that's camera 1. Just gonna bump it up a little bit. And bring some of those shadows down, maybe just a tiny bit. Okay. So that's gonna be, I'm still not liking these highlights. They feel a little bright to me. And what I can do is actually pull up my scopes and see left to right. So this has a lot more green in the shadows there. And what if we just hover over a little bit more magenta? What if we go to our color wheels and pull it away from green in the shadows? I didn't like that. Okay, we're just gonna go with this. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. We can tweak later. Let's just see what this looks like as a standalone clip here. Just not enough contrast for me compared to the other clip. And I know I did away with some of that by pulling the highlights down. let's go back to 0. Let's play these two together. What are we seeing in the difference here? There's a little bit more magenta, I would say. It is a jacket. Maybe I'll pull it like -3 to the green side. Okay. Still pretty magenta to me. Wow, I'm just getting that. Let's go 8. Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks much better. I just noticed there's a dirty spot in the sensor here. That's frustrating. Somewhere. There it is. You can notice right here, there's a smudge in the sensor on camera 3. Dang it! Those jackets look pretty dang close. This one's a little warmer. Maybe we go -66. Okay. And that's going to be our base plate for camera 1 matching camera 3. So if we just say, I want this color and add it over here, it's gonna give us a decent look. Now we can obviously tell that those two don't match. It's a little way brighter, actually. What? Oh, I like the contrast. A lot less highlights. The couch is just getting a little washed out. So we can just add some saturation back in. No, it's just not the same color. Okay, that'll do. We're gonna go with that one from here on. And we've got camera 2 that we need to throw in the mix here. So it's, I'd say pretty close, honestly. Yeah. Let's see what this does. A lot of teal, a lot of teal. We don't want that much teal. That's all mid-tones here. Yeah. Yeah. These khakis are getting really pink. Real pink, brother. And that's coming from... not so much. It's a little pink overall. Yeah.
You feel.
Yeah. Okay. And that's way too contrasty compared to the other ones. We bumped the highlights way up, mid-tones. Let's just set those back. I think that's what was doing it to us. I like the highlight boost, but I'm just looks a little saturated too, but maybe that's, yeah, way more saturated than this guy right here, man. Let's go with vibrance though.
Time.
Eesh. That color tone is not coming out very similar to these other cameras, man.
That in nature.
Maybe we just take the contrast down on this guy a little bit. It's hitting pretty close there. Okay. There's just a lot of black in that frame, that's why. I'm gonna pull these down a little bit. Okay. Alright. That's a good little start. So let's just go ahead and copy one and just move forward with camera one throughout this entire sequence. Paste all of those on there. We got two there. Yeah, and then we're just matching everything baseline right now, and we can warm everything up equally later, which I probably will do because it's starting to look really cool. Like that looks way too cool for me, whereas that looks probably about right. But we can shift it back overall. I just want to get everything to match first. Now we're gonna hit up 2 with its look. So 2. It's a little cooler, yeah. See that? But I like what it's doing. It's giving it almost like the teal and orange shift kind of feel without being super harsh. But the natural palette of this room also like does that on its own. Okay, so we've got all this just kind of at a baseline. Now what we're gonna do is add an adjustment layer. All of it. And we're gonna warm it up. But I don't want to go overkill on this because I do like the look. Yeah. Versus it's just a subtle warmth that's just feeling really nice. And that's a crusher, man. Let's go. I hate that bug. So buggy, bruh. Oh, I'm not even on my... Dang it, dude. I like the contrast. $25. That's a key. That's a key. Just a little bit of a smush happening. Let's see what it does. bit of a smush around the edges. It's almost like it's honing in that vignette a little bit more. If you look kind of around this like space over here, just kind of honing in that vignette. I like that. It's gonna really draw our attention, and especially when we frame it, it's gonna look a lot better. Wow, that looks cool. So we started with that, and we get that. What do y'all think? Let me know. Let me know what y'all think about that. Starting with that, and then going to this. Yeah, I like that. I do. I know the room that we're playing in is a little dark, so I'm gonna add a 0.2 exposure. Oh, hi. I'm gonna add 0.2 exposure to that. Let me actually fix this. That's zoomed in. Okay. Cool. Alright. So man, that's the color correction for this guy. And now we're looking at the difference between this orange and this yellow in this backdoor area. That's pretty drastic, honestly. If we just stay on one, do that. Got the camera bump there. Let's cool this off. Back 5. The breeze feels so nice, but it's also pretty cold. Pretty cold, dude. Yeah. Yeah, magenta's pretty hot in this one, man. -9. Okay. -8. -11. And that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so that's all camera 2. All of camera 2 is going to get that bad boy. looks teal whenever you slap it on, but next to everything else, I think that's about right. Can't remember if I did this one already. Okay, so there's our color look. We didn't touch camera 3 at all, and I think it looks good. And one thing I am going to add to the adjustment layer is a 5% sharpen. Maybe 8. Sorry, 1 second. I'm gonna look at this pretty closely. Okay, we're just gonna go with that. Yeah, because we de-sharpen a little bit in camera with those. Okay, so now let's take scene 2, the outro. Let's take cameras. So we've got one. To start us off here. Rolling in pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it sure does. And we've got another person coming in here. So I'm actually camera 1 on this shoot. Let someone else pick that up. So I got Grandpa on that. And we're gonna cut to 2 there. 'Cause 3 has Grandpa and 1 has Grandpa. So we're cutting to 2 for the entrance. And we'll see what 3 has. She picked them up perfectly. So this is his lines here. And we're gonna cut back to them whenever she starts talking. She's got a little bit of a monologue. And back to Grandpa.
Maybe your time is running out on being able to get into some seafood break.
3.
So am I. I'm just thinking that
So we've got a content cut right here. Actually, we're cutting from 2 different takes, and because he stuttered a little bit on this one.
am I.
So I'm gonna have to hide that with either staying on them and then going back that way. I think that's what I'll do, or I could cut to 2, which is gonna end up looking something like that, but it's kind of a short little period of time. Or what you can do is use that shot.
running out on being able to get a decent seafood break.
I'm just gonna go a little bit looser there. Yeah.
Just thinking that
Yeah. I kind of like the first option a little bit better of doing this, staying on.
I'm just thinking that it's good that he
Yeah.
be
I don't mind missing that line.
with it after the way things have gone on this day.
Excuse me, but is nobody paying attention to a single word that Marshall says?
He's not speaking.
He has laryngitis. Let's see. And so we get a little bit of that. So we get this one exposure to another exposure here. And I botched focus on that. So what we're gonna do is cut to 2. And we're gonna cut back to 3.
What? Did you say Marshall liked her?
We're gonna cut a little later.
Did you say Marshall liked her?
Oops.
Did you say Marshall liked her?
And we're gonna cut back for her reaction a little early before that line. Alright, okay. Back. We're just gonna get into a little rhythm. And we're just gonna stick with 2 to the end. Okay, and I think what we're gonna do is just use our same color correction from 1, 2, and 3. Hop over to 1, grab that look, and go ahead and start weighing it on all of the take 1s in here. Got 3. Wait.
Are you kidding me?
That needs to be 1. So am I. And camera 1, 1, 1, and then 1 at the end with 2. So now I'm gonna grab the look that we made for camera 2. And if I really wanted to be detailed, if I was doing something much longer form than this, I would put these on different tracks or color code them in a way to where I knew the difference just by a quick glance instead of having to look through and like this clip right here. Like I now know it's 3, but I'm looking at it from here and I'm like, okay, what camera is that? But if it was, say, I knew all cameras were 3 was mango, I could be able to just boom, 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 mango, 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 and hit all of those clips with that same color correction pretty immediately. And I know that I'm not gonna have 2 camera 2s in a row here, so. And we got one last one for the ending. And 3 we didn't touch, but we want to grab our adjustment layer. And by holding Alt, we can just copy that right over. And so we go from this to that cool off, and then we're gonna add a bit of contrast and a bit of just a small bit of warmth back. Yeah, that was 2 I missed. Missed that. We know that's 2. That's our last shot. Get rid of all that magenta and warmth and just get me to a nice white. Cool. So now we've got that. We've got our cameras taken. We've got our outro here. Let's go ahead and this is camera 3, we're not going to touch. And we got camera 1 for the ending, so we will want to yank a camera 1 color correction for that. Okay. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this adjustment layer and have it for the end there. Okay. So we've got all of our color solid here. I'm just going to move these a little bit closer together for the sake of sequence time and cleanliness, and then we're just going to duplicate our working sequence here, and I'm going to call it 1080 because we've been working 4K, and now we're finally going to bring all this over to 19. Pardon the camera cut there. It's my hotkey. We're back to 1. Okay, so we've got our 1080 sequence now. All of it's going to be super punched in. And we just want to get back with the set frame size. And now we're back, and we're going to reframe all of camera 2 and some of the other cameras if they don't look solid. And we're just going to deselect all this audio so that we can just scrub through and just hit our cameras. Let's get rid of some of this extra junk up here. That works. Camera 2. So all camera 2 is going to get some sort of reframe to get rid of all this. And we're gonna go, let's just do 100, make it easy. And I'm gonna turn this off for now so that it doesn't take as long. Ugh. Focus seems rough unless it's just this guy. Okay, that'll do. I mean, we gotta work with what we got here. We're just going to be reframing a little bit. This one's different because this guy runs all the way over to the edge of the deal. Try to get rid of this as much as possible. That'll work. Ooh, cold breeze. So they're playing edge to edge here. I don't want to cut her off too much. They go about to the door. So I've got a little bit of leeway with that. Yeah, I've got some more to work with on that side. So that's my edge frame. So I can pull that over quite a bit. And we're just gonna go back and see if this guy, yeah. So we're gonna just have to punch back out a little bit. It's a little too tight. A little too tight, bruh. unfortunately. Okay, so we've got this guy on the edge of frame here, feels okay. And old girl here on the edge of frame. You know, we're gonna balance it a little bit more this way. No, other way. Yeah, okay. And we'll copy that as a baseline for now. And camera 2 again. Hit up. Oh, so they're way edge frame here. We're gonna pull that over quite a bit. Not that much. About something like, let's lose Grandpa. About that. That gives us some more room to work with. If we go to 100. I don't know if I can actually do that here. Yeah, that worked. Yeah. Something like that. A little bit less. More headroom. A little bit more this way. Yep. And that looks like the same shot. Yeah. And this one is the one where she starts over here and ends at the door, right? Yep, they both do. So let's go maybe 60. Just to get rid of this front edge. Yep. Yeah. And there you have it. The intro reframed. And this looks a little crooked, but honestly, it's not worth it to go back and fix it. Let's go ahead and just pull the starting spot for our next scene for camera 2. And these guys are going to be playing to the right half of the frame. So if we go in 90, give them some headroom, or take away some of the headroom rather, and then yank over to, yeah. Sorry it's so delayed, it really sucks. Do that. How does that look? We want them walking in the door though. Let's give them some more room on the right. Yeah. I think they play most of this to the right side of the frame, so let's go ahead and just grab that as a point of reference for later. Yeah. Let's take away some of that headroom. Wrong way. Yeah. A little bit. I'm trying to get her feet kind of like, just above the bottom of the frame. So let's just check our motion here. We got that guy going there, and they're pretty planted. So we'll copy that for our next one, which could be different. They start in the same spot and then exit frame. That's a great frame for that. So we'll call it good. We have now color corrected. We have now framed our cameras for a 1080 sequence from 4K sequence. I could watch this back and go through and reframe everything, but I know for me, I shot everything as if I was going to just use it straight out. There was no shoot wide for 4K punch-in kind of thing. And I'm just gonna go and double check all these yellow clips because I know that those are my uncolor corrected camera 3 clips, and just make sure that they have a good little frame to them. Nothing's weird with headrooms off. I could punch this one in and scoot the headroom a little bit, but yeah, let's go ahead and do it. It shows up twice. 55. And you can push this down a little bit. And we can do the same thing for that one. Copy. Paste. Yeah, right. Yeah, that one needs to be scooched down a touch. Yep. That's looking better. Okay. So now we've reframed our cameras for real. And the next step would be adding some sound effects that the script calls for. Stuff like this front scene has like a phone call deal happening. And in case you're wondering, this is my first one of these. So all my voices are split out on different tracks. The guy has laryngitis, so he has no mic. Usually he'd be on 2. But my grandpa is on 4, and Sam, character female, is on 3. And so her mic was super quiet. I have her boosted on the clip level and on the track level. And then I have the sub mix. All the voices are going to the sub mix with compression and EQ on it. I could go in and add separate EQ, do the roar. I don't know what that means. I could go back and add separate EQ for each thing, but they sound pretty good. And then that compression is hitting pretty hard. Yeah, and then I would add another sound effects channel. I will add another music channel, but that's going to be it for this video for now. Hopefully you learned something. Turn this back on, save, and we're going to be done. So yeah, peace, y'all.